Hatsauce.com.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Lose Reviews. This week we're looking at Oblivion, starring Tom Cruise and Morgan Freeman, but you don't learn about that until later into the movie. The very lovely Olga Kurylenko, some redheaded chick named Andrea Riseborough, and Nikolaj Coster-Waldau. You guys remember when I did my movie review on I was saying Nikolaj Coster-Waldau is a cool guy and he should be starring in more movies. And if you guys don't know who he is, he's in Game of Thrones. He's the guy that had sex with his sister! But yo, I'm just saying this guy's gonna be in more movies. But Morgan Freeman and Nikolaj, you don't see those guys until later. Now the basic premise of the movie Oblivion is this alien race that attacked the planet Earth. Year 2017. My god, that's 4 years from now. They destroyed the moon and then they attacked the planet. This huge war erupted. They were struggling to fight these aliens off and the only thing they could do is bring up the nukes. So they nuked them and they won the war, which unfortunately left Earth completely uninhabitable. It's a dump. So the movie takes place in the year 2077. Enter Tom Cruise, who I think has an infatuation with the name Jack. Jack Reacher, and in this movie his name is Jack Harper. And he's called Tech 49. He lives in this really cool high-tech house up in the sky. And he lives with his girlfriend Victoria, who's also like his communications advisor. And basically their job is to extract minerals on the planet Earth, while all the rest of the humans are living on Titan, one of the moons on Saturn. The first things I really enjoyed watching in the movie was the special effects, particularly the high-tech stuff. Tom Cruise gets to fly around in this cool-looking dragonfly iPod thingy. He's supposed to check around if the other machines are working. For instance, there's these huge giant upside down pyramid things that are just vacuuming up seawater. Then it's supposed to take all that sucked up water and send it to Titan where all the humans are. Supposedly. And the other thing that he has to watch over are the drones. These huge white spherical balls. You got these huge guns on the side of it. It's one cycloptic mechanical red eye. They look for scavs. Now, 3 things. 1, this movie Oblivion was directed by Joseph Kosinski. Now he's the guy that directed Tron Legacy. Music kind of sounded like Tron, with a little touch of, I don't know, Mass Effect 3, or 2, or 1, or Mass Effect in general. Like this high-tech, fast-playing keyboard style kind of 2, he mentioned that this movie would pay a homage to the 1970s sci-fi movies. And 3, I'll just tell you what those homages are. Well, at least some of them. For instance, the drones have this one red eye, which kind of reminds you of the 2001 Space Odyssey robot, HAL. And as I said before, the drones are designed to look for scavs. Scavs are the remaining aliens that have attacked the planet. Honestly, they reminded me of a crossbreed between the Sand People from Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, and Lawrence Fishburne from Predators. Another one is, since this is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi movie, there are broken relics of ancient monuments, which kind of reminds me of, oh, I don't know, the ending of Planet of the Apes. Statue of Liberty. That was our planet! But Jack Harper is a troubled character. Even though Victoria is his significant other, he keeps having these dreams of this other girl, played by Olga, the Bond girl in Quantum of Solace, who's friggin' gorgeous, by the way. She kinda, to me, looked like a younger, hotter version of Catherine Zeta-Jones. Maybe it was the lighting, but it definitely had to do with the black hair. Very uncanny. It's like looking at a picture of Dakota Fanning or Amanda Seyfried and maybe even Emma Stone. Emma Stone is not a ginger, she's a blonde. But anyways, he keeps seeing this girl. And right in the beginning, there's a big giveaway. Jack and Victoria have been doing this job for 5 years. And the weird thing is, their memories don't go past 5 years ago. Why? Because of some sort of thing called a memory wipe. So one day, Jack Harper notices a homing beacon. It's coming from the Empire State Building. This homing beacon actually summoned a ship to crash. Jack Harper starts looking around and he notices that there's these sleeping pods with humans in them. And he looks around and lo and behold, it's the girl in his dreams. It's a woman in his flashbacks. But the one iffy thing was when the drone shows up. It's killing the sleeping humans. And Tom Cruise is like, no, stop! Do-do-do, she's dead. Do-do-do, he's dead. Do-do-do, he's dead. Jack Harper manages to save this girl. And it took a while for me to get into the movie. It felt kind of slow. When we find out the girl's name is Julia, I'm like, okay, this is the turning point. This is where we're figuring out what the movie's about. This is where the movie really starts to open up. How did Julia know Jack's name? Why was there even a memory wipe? Why is Victoria even reluctant to even ask that kind of question? Why would the drones kill humans? And if you've seen the trailer, you're probably trying to figure out how Morgan Freeman actually fits into this. How does Nikolaj from fit into all this. And you'll easily figure out for yourself if you watch the trailer. And the whole thing with humans led by Morgan Freeman living under Earth is not the huge plot twist. There's that huge revelation for Jack Harper, but then there's a huge conspiracy thing going on. The mid part of the movie is pretty interesting. You get into the mystery. Who and the what and the where and the why. Just who are you, Julia? When I got to the point in the movie where it really opens up and reveals a huge picture of what's actually going on in the movie, I was pretty disappointed. Very anticlimactic. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but for me personally, when I found out what it was like, that's what's going on here? Could have been so many better different plot twists. Instead of making me feel, what? No way! I felt, what? Okay, so aside from the murky beginning, the mysteriously intriguing middle part, and the third act's anticlimactic reveal, there are some pretty cool things about this movie. For instance, I gotta give kudos to Tom Cruise. For a 50-year-old actor, he's as enthusiastic as he was 30 years ago. And he tries to be like Taylor Lautner from Twilight, and he takes off his shirt every once in a while. For a 50-year-old guy, he's in good shape. You can tell that Tom Cruise really enjoys his work. He loves it, and I can appreciate that. But at times, it just seems like he's trying too hard. There's one part of the movie where he pulls out this portable motorcycle. It like unfolds and whatever. And just before he goes, he puts on sunglasses. Really? Really, Tom Cruise? Come on, this is not Mission Impossible. Even later on in the movie, it starts sounding less like Tron and more like Top Gun. In Oblivion, Tom Cruise as an actor really shines in the quiet moments of the movie. One-on-one character talks, the moments where he starts discovering the truth about himself, moments where one character is connecting with one character. Tom Cruise really excels at that. Fortunately, Oblivion as a whole falls short of its potential. I could have liked this movie a lot more if the script was better. Comparing to the last 3 Tom Cruise movies that I've seen recently, out of the 3, Mission Impossible was by far my favorite. As for his last movie, Jack Reacher, and this movie, Oblivion, I would honestly say I like Jack Reacher just a tad bit more. He was more charismatic, he was funny. I like Tom Cruise more as Jack Reacher than I do as Jack Harper. The movie pays a lot of homages to the 1970s sci-fi movie, particularly with 2001: Space Odyssey. There came a point in the movie where, okay, I get it, I see the homages, but at the same time, it got a little unoriginal and uncreative. Overall, Oblivion could have been really, really cool, but it fell short with a couple of things and ended up being a meh kind of movie. It had a really cool concept, but then when you find out what's going on, it was a little anticlimactic. I have a lot of respect for you, Tom Cruise, but you've made better movies. Oblivion gets a 3.3, which is like a C++. Now don't get me wrong, I didn't hate Oblivion. If you want to go check it out in the movie theaters, by all means, go check it out. If I wanted you to skip a movie entirely, I would say to you, don't watch this movie, it's crap. For Oblivion, this isn't really the case. One of those rent-worthy movies. There you have it, Oblivion, over and done with. Next week, we're going to check out Pain and Gain. Keep an eye out for the video where we talk about the top 5 movies you want to see in the summer. Until next time.